Thank you so much for coming in to see me either in person or virtually. So, I know that first appointment is super overwhelming, and there's no way that I can say everything that needs to be said in that initial visit. So I have been working hard over the years to make a collection of videos and different information in order to help you absorb all this. It's kind of like a college level program, right? So you're going to pay the same tuition no matter who you are or what grade you get at the end, and whether you got an A or whether you flunked out. Everybody came in the same, everybody paid the same tuition. So I have got these vaults, education vaults set up in my website that you will have access to. If you're in a VIP program or another program with me, they are included. If you've chosen not to go that route, you can add that vault on. Now, the vaults are super handy because everything you need is in one place. You don't have to go scrounging through your emails or anything like that to find the information. So, quickly, I just want to talk about your food program. So, I gave you some handouts, whether they were virtual and you print them out or if I sent them home with you. The most important place you're going to start is with these 7 inflammatory foods. You're going to avoid the 7 inflammatory foods until you feel better. So, whatever that looks like for you. And then once you're in maintenance, we want to be like 80-20 with those inflammatory foods. If you're doing the foundation, 120 days, you're avoiding these foods for 120 days for the A plus grade, right? So, like I said, this is college. Do you have to do this? No, you don't. You don't have to do any of it. I can't make you do a thing. It's all about the grade. The grade is your health, my friend, right? So you can get an average grade, you can get an A plus, or you can flunk out. It all costs the same, right? So um, I know that sounds kind of harsh, but it is what it is. Like I said, I can't make you do anything. Um, if I didn't have time to talk about the 7 inflammatory foods at all, I'm sorry, but college, you can read it, right? You're going to college, you can read it. But the I this is honestly hard for me because we live in a farming and ranching community. So I don't want to be a jerk and I don't want to preach too harshly on these chemicals, but it is a thing and they are hurting all of us. So if we're fragile and we're falling apart, we need to take a conscious pause from these things and listen to our body. Listen to our body. Maybe we'll go back to eating them and it won't be a big deal, but maybe you'll say goodbye for a lifetime. It all depends on the quality health that you wish to achieve. So, number one, of course, is gluten. And I could give you a lot of statistics on farming, how practices changed, how GMOs came in, and why gluten got to be what it is today. So, do I believe that sourdough is a better option? Yeah, probably. Absolutely, probably, but not if you're sick. Not if you have autoimmune disease. At this time, it's not for you. It's just not for you. If you were in the stage that you're trying to kill parasites, you're it's hard to kill what you're feeding, right? So we always want to think about that. And then we always want to know that we don't crave foods, our bacteria crave foods, our parasites crave foods. So if you've got some really strong food cravings that you're battling, I hope you're in the foundation. I hope you're going to be killing parasites with me because that's not you talking, right? It's the sourdough starter in your body. Candida will really drive you to crave carbs and sugar, right? Because, like sourdough starter, you have to feed it sugar every day, right? So then soy. Soy can really mess with your hormones. So it can mess whether you're a man, whether you're a woman, can just straight mess with your hormones. Very genetically modified, very very toxically crop sprayed, all of that stuff. It's cheap, it's government, all of really all of these corn, soy, they're government subsidized, they're cheap, so they're good fillers. And I want you to think about that, right? So as farmers and ranchers, what do we give our animals to fatten them up? What do we feed them? All right. Enough said, right? If you want to fatten up your livestock in the feed yard, you feed them corn, corn, and more corn. You feed them other grain, grain fed to put weight on them. Do I need to keep harping on this, or do you get what I'm saying? So then there's dairy. Dairy, I know if you are doing raw dairy and you really don't think that you're reacting to it, then, then eat it. But if you're doing commercial dairy, I want you to take a conscious pause from it so you can listen to your body. Parasites love, love dairy, especially parasites that attack your pancreas, like those cells that make insulin. Very connected to a dairy issue. Those flukes that live in that pancreas that make you not produce digestive enzymes, that make you have insulin production problems, love dairy. So we want to pull their fuel source when we are going after them, when we're trying to clear them from the body. Eggs, the same. If you raise your own chickens, you raise your own eggs, they're pasture fed, then change how you keep eating them, but change how you feed them. Okay. I want you to stop feeding them corn and anything moldy, nothing moldy. We've got to get the mold out of our bodies if we want our bodies to heal. So if you feed your chickens, if you feed your cows, clean, grass fed, no hormones, no chemicals, then you're fine to eat these foods. If that's not the case, please think about a conscious pause. Peanut. Peanuts, sorry, my friends. The medical community did us dirty with the peanuts, okay? Peanuts were used, that protein was used in vaccines. So as a driver, as an adjunctivant, however you say that. So it was injected into your body and they asked your body to have an immune reaction to that protein. So that's a problem. And then peanuts, especially peanut butter, is made from low quality peanuts. Peanuts in storage, those peanuts, corn, those grains, they mold so fast. It's that white dusty mold. It's not mold that looks the same it's not green mold, it's not black mold, it's not obvious mold, it's that white dusty mold. So, and it's very hard for your body to digest and use that protein anyway. So conscious pause from peanuts. Sugar, of course, you know it's inflammatory. I know that you know that. I know that you don't like hearing it, but I know that you know that. Sugar, it literally blocks your immune system from working. It literally blocks your immune system from working within minutes, like within minutes. So sugar, it is inflammatory. We have to get off the sugar. Now, I gave you a handout on healthier sugar choices, so get really familiar with that. I'm not saying if we're not working on type 2 diabetes or really heavy, deep metabolic issues, I'm not saying you can't eat fruit. I'm not saying you can't eat honey. I'm not saying you can't eat monk fruit. So you just have to be smart about it. You absolutely have to be smart about it. And that's what those handouts are for. Go over them really well. And I'd rather you eat cane sugar than artificial sugar or than sugar alcohols. Those things are straight from the pit of hell. Like they You can't trick your body. It's the same. They may not have the calories there, but it's actually worse because of the chemicals. It's actually worse. Then you can read the rest of the article about your immune system, your IgG versus your IgE, and why it's so important. So the Lord designed us that food should go in one end and out the other. It should never mix in your bloodstream. But unfortunately, it does. When it does, it's an immune response. So then your immune system is not trying to attack you. No, 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 it's not trying to attack you. It's trying to protect you. It's trying to clean out these things that are not supposed to be there. So autoimmune, no, is not your body attacking you. It's your body desperately trying to protect you from something that should not be in there. And sometimes that's protein. It's food protein that has leaked into your bloodstream through your gut that should never have been in there. So the goal is always to heal that gut. Now, with my approach, we do that on the functional side. On the foundational side, we're pretty much taking a wrecking ball to the gut. So we are taking down parasites, we're taking down toxins, and we're just going to do the demo. And then after that 120 days after the demo, then we're going to start to rebuild. We're going to start up putting up new drywall, and we're going to start, plastering the holes and that kind of thing. And that we do with the functional side. We do a stool test. We see exactly what we need to put those pieces together. So after the 120 days, after the demo, and you're doing your 7 inflammatory foods, and if you're still not, woohoo, I feel so good, if that's not you, then it's time for a food allergy test. Or if you have been pretty much eating clean and you know your diet's pretty clean and you're still having a lot of problems, then let's just do it. Let's just spend the money, just do it. We do the food allergy testing so you know. A lot of times I tell my story. For me, if I would have just given up gluten and not done my food allergy test, I would have felt just as bad as I did before, because my food allergy test, I was allergic to gluten. I was allergic to cauliflower, almond, and 33 other things: black tea, coffee, green tea, tomatoes, lettuce, 33 things the first time I did the test. So for me, if I would have said I wasn't going to eat gluten, then you buy almond flour crackers, and you buy, oh, and rice was on my list too. So that's another big replacement for gluten. You do rice noodles or that kind of thing. So for me, I needed the food allergy test. I was really sick. I was a autoimmune fibromyalgia nightmare. So it all depends on you, how sick you are, and what we need to do for you. So be aware of that. The food allergy test is super easy to do. It's a finger prick you can do at home. There are different levels you can pick, anywhere from 88 foods to 207 foods, depending on, like if you use a lot of spices or if you eat a lot of weird foods. You need to know, though, that you're going to have to retest. And we want these food allergies to go away. They will go away when your gut heals, and when the gut is tight and things are no longer leaking in to your bloodstream. We can get rid of these food allergies. It's not a life sentence, and your body will heal so much faster when you know the complete list, when you know what to avoid, and you listen. So there is no sense in wasting your money doing the food allergy testing if you have no intention of following the list, right? So these are all things that we will discuss, but sometimes there's not time for that. And I want you to know what your options are. So stick to the food list. If you just want to know what your food allergies are, just shout out at your next appointment. We can do it live and in person, or I can mail you a kit if you're a virtual client. I am not withholding anything from you. I will test as much as you want to test.